Today we are watching MAGA Drake Has Arrived.
MAGA Drizzy Malone Wallin is almost here. The MAGA heel turn that Drake has been doing for a little while now is almost complete. I've actually been seeing it coming for some years now. Look, I know y'all tired of the Drake videos, but I'm gonna keep it real with you.
No, they're not, bro.
We do not care.
I think this is the best one yet, and I have been working on it for a while now, and Drake just gave me what I need. While we were all enjoying this amazing Clips album, the rollout and the activations, the interview, the performances, while hip-hop was enjoying that greatness.
With a fetty so strong, you gotta bag it with one eye closed.
There was a certain somebody trying to gain some attention. Drizzy Drake was at the Wireless Festival in London, embarrassing himself.
Okay, Drake.
You know what, Chuz, grab me a shot, I'll drink to that.
I'm gonna sue.
Nobody can out-rap London. Huh? No disrespect to America, no disrespect to my country, but...
Hey, who man's is this?
I didn't care about that. What stood out to me, right? Because that was dumb. He was obviously pushing for attention, but what stood out to me was his outfit. See, Drake is a terrible dresser, and he has been ever since he stepped on the scene. The only time Drake looks decent is when he's in all sweats, which is why his Nike collaboration is just sweatpants. If you look at this outfit right here, it is very coded. It is biker gear. Now, we know Drake has had ties to the Hell Angels.
That's not hip-hop.
Drake has been playing with like the country western style for a little minute. He did the shoot with his dad and his son with like the cowboy boots on, and he's been at the Morgan Wallen concert wearing that kind of style. But this right here is coded. If you look at that belt buckle, what does that belt?
Let's be... God damn it, Drake. The main dude I'm thinking about is Post Malone. Y'all know Post Malone started out as a white boy rapper with cornrows and everything. Now he wearing belt buckles, hanging out with Morgan Wallace and yada yada. You know what I'm saying? I've seen this before. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know what I'm saying? Think about MGK.
The belt buckle reminds you of. Do I have to say it? Me and my wife was in Columbia, South Carolina when they had that flag at the State House, and we watched them take it down, and we went down there and we took pictures.
Carolina, nothing finer than a black woman who climbs to the top of the state building claiming that their flag is mine.
I've seen that symbol of hatred be waved in my state capital. I used to walk by it every day and see it, and I hated it. When I drive my trucks and I deliver my stuff, I pass by Confederate flag. I pass by more Trump flags now than I do Confederate flags, but that's very Trump manosphere Confederate flag coded. Now somebody gonna be like, Kanye wore Confederate flag, Vic Mensa wore Confederate flag. You can meet people in the South that's black, that really don't think the Confederacy is bad, but that's neither here nor there. Somebody gonna be like, Professor Scott with the... let me not do that, Professor Scott. My bad, Professor Scott. But this is very coded. And then the patches. I don't know what all of these patches mean. Maybe somebody can help me out in the comment section, but the Modelo patch kind of stood out to me because when the whole manosphere, you know, right-wingers, Trumpers, MAGA, they was trying to cancel Bud Light, they chose Modelo, and Modelo stock went through the roof, which is crazy because everybody was America first, but Modelo is a Mexican company. So I was just confused. It's always conservatives and MAGAs, they always confuse because they have to stay on top of hatred. They will switch back and forth as long as hatred, the most hatred, whatever got the most hatred, that's where they go. So this is coded to me. But I seen this. This is not the first time. See, I made a video. I put it on Instagram around the time Drake was going to sue UMG.
The only play Drake has left is to go MAGA.
Some of y'all may have saw it because I put it at the back end of one of my Drake pack out videos. I made so many videos. I got like a playlist of them, and this one is definitely going on.
Hey, should I make a playlist of Drake pack outs? That's a great idea, bro. That's a great fucking idea.
Video, I put it on Instagram. I didn't like it on Instagram because I felt as though it was a better conversation to be had if it hit the algorithms on Twitter. Sure. So I took it off of Instagram. I put it on Twitter. I set it up there for a while. Company Man posted it because Company Man have been seeing it. I have been seeing it since the language, and we're going to get to that. So I posted, Drake is pulling the Trump-like kamikaze move. If he can't win, he will burn down the entire industry and expose it. MAGA Drizzy Malone coming soon. This was November 26, 2024. Now everybody's starting to see it. Him hanging out with Morgan Wallen.
That shit is crazy. I kind of blanked out, but I wonder what made him even say it at that time. Because that was early on. Like, again, maybe if I paid closer attention, I would have peeped. But shout out to Read My Soul, man. If y'all don't know, man, go fuck with Read My Soul. Like my video and then go over there and like his video as well.
Raw stuff, right? He's hanging out with these manosphere streamers. He's a manosphere. If you ask me, Drake has been making manosphere music the whole time. If you ask me, which is the name of my new podcast, shout out to If You Ask Me, I am. That's neither here nor there. If the elements to the manosphere was getting it on, they was getting it on. You know what they was listening to? They was listening to Marvin's. Like, how can you make love to that? Drake does not make making love music. Never has. never is. Like, I don't, give me The Weeknd. Give me even some of Wale's R&B track. Drake makes music that downs women. You should have been with me. Oh, you ain't love me back then. Now you don't love me now. You ain't did this. If you listen to him, he's been making manosphere music the whole time. But when I heard it, when the seed was planted for me, when he released The Language. Now, I talk about The Language a lot on here because it was Drake's response to the Control verse. The whole Control verse fiasco was the canon event for me. And it was a canon event for a lot of other people. The funny thing about The Language is Drake pushed the album back in order to put it on Nothing Was the Same. The album already had leaked. We already had it. So he had pushed it back, official release date, and put like 3 to 5 tracks on it. I may be wrong. I think it was 3 tracks. You can definitely go Google it. The Language was one of those tracks. And it's a little inside joke with me and my wife because the moment I heard it, I knew A1, it was a diss, a response. But then B, it just sounded so sassy, right? I don't know why you been lying, but your shit is not that inspiring.
I'm gonna have to give this one 2 snaps up in a circle.
I just personally think it's fun. I thought it was funny. 21, come do something. Everybody heard it then, but if you go listen to all,
I'm just so glad that somebody's finally calling this shit out, bro.
the entire time.
2 snaps and wipe your mouth.
But let's listen to these lyrics because there's 3 songs that made me look at this MAGA turn. Like, I knew it was coming. The first song is The Language. If you listen to the lyrics of The Language, I don't know why you been lying, but your shit is not that inspiring. In 2024, that is why you rapping like you trying to get the slaves free. You see how that works? Same vein. You ain't saving nobody. You not that inspiring. You ain't doing nothing. Whatever. Bank account statement just look like I'm ready for early retirement. Fuck all that saving people shit. I'm about that dough. We about that money. And we gonna do it however we gonna do it. We gotta get I love McConan and he don't want to work, get him up out of here. Quentin Miller, we work him like a workhorse, get him up out of here. Party, go back in the house. You know, all these other great acts that he's had his hands on, just use them up.
Every time a nigga tries to bring up the fact like, wait, Drake was around this person and that happened. I mean, let's be real. All of the top artists, if you really look into their backgrounds, it'd be like this. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real. Cardi, that's my dog, but even he's left a trail behind him of niggas that he just like up and stop fucking with. You know what I'm saying? That's the music industry. A lot of times it is like, who can you benefit from? And if you're not on that in the industry, then you just got to be okay with taking your bread and walking away. But the niggas that continue to be on top is because they stepping on other people.
Yachty right from crazy. If you listen to that, he telling you right there, I'm about that money. He said, F any nigga that's talking that shit just to get a reaction. F going platinum, I look at my wrist and it's already platinum. So he's telling you, I don't care about nothing what you talking about. I'm already rich. I'm already wealthy. You know, your money not with mine. And that lets you know right there what Drake was about. It lets you know right there how all of those things turn into this. SZA got you wiped down. Fuck going platinum, I look at my wrist and it's already platinum. Bank account statement just look like I'm ready. He only care about the money or status or being a parent to be bigger than you. Drake has never been a representative of the black community, right? He's never said anything for us at all.
Sometimes I don't feel celebrated when I know maybe somebody else would be celebrated for those accomplishments, you know? I don't feel like people say when Drake is the artist of the decade, I don't think anybody says, wow, a black artist is the artist of the decade. I don't think
Drake, you're not black.
Nobody says that, really. I never heard anybody say that in the last few weeks. I associate I associate myself as a black man. So for me,
what does that even mean? I associate myself as a black man. Bro, again, I grew up with a lot of mixed people. My homie Zay is black and Mexican. And he never said, I associate myself. No.
That's weird.
Go listen to the whole language, actually. You can hear how he was disconnected from our blackness, right? Because let's keep it real. He's a foreigner. Where it really started to make sense to me, look what you've done. Now, one of the better Drake songs, I'm not going to lie, it's a really deep felt song. I like it, but when you really start pulling back the layers, you start understanding where Drake's issues with blackness started to arise. So we got one of the most notable lines to me, because it's a whole song about his grandmother and his mother. It's about his moms, the women in his life, which usually Drake is not speaking favorably of women, and this is the only time I usually hear him speaking favorably of women in a respectful way, not in like you got a nice ting, a big butt, you know what I mean? If he's not talking about like her hips or her lips or the things that she do to him sexually. The only woman he talks about positively is his mom. Every other woman, eventually, he talks bad about all of them. If you really listen. So, manosphere music, hating women. The line that sticks out to me is the one time he spoke about his dad. He said, getting caught up with some child support that he didn't pay. Boo-hoo. Sad story. Black American Dad story, like whatever, right? And a lot of times, a lot of people from different countries really think that, you can't pay your child support, so you had a kid, right? They like to simplify our problems to being lazy. Academics, these diaspora wars that are festing in America, a lot of it stems for the fact that they hate Black America's position in America because, one, we make oppression look good. That's for one. Everybody think that our story is only being poor. They don't understand the nuances and the dynamics of America until they get here, and then they start seeing how the way it's set up, and then it's a different.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. That's why I really have been enjoying being overseas, right? Because for a lot of these people in Thailand, where I'm at, I'm the first Black person they've ever heard of. If I ever decide to start sharing my story, I'm the only version of Black history that they would know. So I feel like there's a little bit of a responsibility, right? Or like, I have some type of power where it's like, man, I can either leave a great impression about what Black people are for Thai people, or I can totally wreck it and just be ignorant and whatever. You know what I'm saying? I really do feel like I have a chance to like put on a good impression for Black people and let it be more than, this was a race of poverty and all of these struggles. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like I can show the side of Black people that need to be at the forefront. You get what I'm saying? And we can all do this in our everyday lives, bro.
At first, a lot of people come here and they think we lazy and they think we nothing. So I look at Drake's life. His dad was separated, right? His dad was old. Over here, and as a person who had a dad that would not show up and has not shown up, I understand how much I can't stand that motherfucker. I could understand if I was having like a crisis, an identity crisis, how I could look at my dad and kind of separate myself from Blackness, because all the things that attach to Blackness, especially when it comes to America, usually on the TV, they try to only show you the negative. This is why I think Drake is very much a frat boy. Frat boys are in love with the low vibration, negative music, right? They love it. They'll hang out with Waka Flocka all day. They only like the lowest vibrational stuff. So I could see him literally separating himself from his Blackness and starting to hate Black men specifically, especially Black American men.
Daddy wasn't there to take me to the fair.
Boo-hoo, sad story, Black American Dad story. That's really like a disrespectful line in the way he's saying it, like boo-hoo, sad story. Like everybody has problems. And that's what a lot of people like Drake think of the Black American experience. That's why they only love the gangster. They want to be next to Future. He want to be next to 21, which ain't it funny that 21's from a different country too. A lot of the time, that low vibrational music is what people see Black people for. They only see us for the club. That's why Drake has never said anything. And this line right here, this song right here, Charged Up, is super important. First thing first, the whole Drake and Meek beef felt very racially motivated, especially at a time where there were a lot of police killings at the time. There were a lot of police shootings. There was a lot of friction and a lot of tension during that Meek Mill and Drake beef. And it just felt racially motivated personally. But this song, Charged Up, there was a line here that really broke it all down for me. And this is going to be it. All my Drake stuff. Because at the end of the day, he's trying to start a diaspora war. He's trying to divide. They're trying to divide us. People hate Black Americans. You know why? Because we're the most influential people.
Black man in America is the most copied man on this planet. Bar none.
Everybody try to strip our culture from me. Don't got culture. Y'all don't got culture, but we are the culture, y'all. If you look at the Black American influence, everybody's trying to send shots at it.
Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga.
The main thing that a lot of people don't do is they don't speak up for our issues. And Drake has never done that. He's about the money. He hates women. He wants to be number one. He wants to win at all costs. He can't take a loss. So let me get to the Charged Up song and I'm going to let y'all get up out of here. On Charged Up, he said one line. He said, cops killing people with their arms up. Now remember, mind you, Drake has never spoken up about any issues in the pertaining to the Black community. Never. The closest he's got to this is on Charged Up, which is a song with a beef with the guy who I always believe was more of a conscious get people out the streets rapper in Meek Mill than he was more so than what they probably saw him as. It is what it is, but they always love to pigeonhole us into this gangster role because that's how they see us. This line he says, cops killing people with their arms up. Your main focus is trying to harm us. Basically saying like, Meek, you need to go be focusing on this. You're not ready for this pop stuff. You need to be go focus on your community. The crazy thing is he said cops killing people.
Got him. We fucking got him.
Now, I don't know if you was around, but I didn't see them killing people. I saw them killing Black people with their arms up.
With a great idea, you just want to get things down on paper. Grammarly is the second set of eyes that helps me get work done. My name is Claudia. I'm a
Now, that's not to say other races and other people and other cultures don't get killed by the police. But what I saw and what everybody was seeing, and the reason why people were protesting is because they kept seeing Black people. Black people. I used to argue with people that this was the one time he spoke up for the community, because in my head, I don't know if it was a Mandela effect, cops killing black kids with their arms up. I heard black kids. I don't know if they changed it, but back in the days, I heard black kid, and I always thought that was the one time he spoke up. Coming back to it, I'm like, damn, he said people. Now, like I said, I've been seeing this in him forever. We've been seeing the signs forever. The music is more than likely the soundtrack to the Manosphere. I guarantee you, when Andrew Tate and Adrian Ross and all of these guys that love to disrespect, demean women, especially black women, they were listening to Marvin's Room. Specifically, they were listening to Drake music. And he's been doing it this whole time. So this MAGA turn that we seeing, it's been this way the whole time. He loves the caricature of us. You know, he wants to get closer to the hood because he's always had identity crisis. And I love what The Leader did with showing the parallels in Childish Gambino and the parallels in Drake. I love it because I ain't gonna lie, I love being a nerd. Accept that you're a nerd, sit down and chill. I almost was scared that The Leader was gonna get this video, but I've been thinking about this video for a while. And once I saw that picture, we all see it. Y'all see it. Y'all been seeing it. And I'm glad people been seeing it. Drake is doing the kamikaze move of, if I can't win, nobody can win. And he's setting up these diaspora wars to do the reverse Uno card to say black people in America are the real racist ones. As we continue to fight for our culture and to separate people and to let people know, listen, don't get me wrong, I don't have no problem with Joe Love, but if I go to a black event, if red rice ain't at a black event, you crazy. I live in South Carolina. You ain't got me no red rice. You don't got no red rice? You tripping. That's the thing. We don't have a problem with y'all, but you can't come in and say we don't have no culture. So
all right, that's gonna do it for this video, man. If y'all do want to go check out the rest of this video, it's a Read My Soul video. Great fucking video, man. Like I said, leave a like and then go over to Read My Soul video. Leave a like on his shit. Leave a comment. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe if you're new. I am trying to get this video out of here. You feel what I'm saying? So help me out if you don't mind. But that's it for this one, man. Peace out. Stop the video. If you would, just consider following me on Instagram and Spotify. I got a goal. I'm trying to get to 2,000 monthly listeners. And after that, I'm trying to get to 5,000 monthly listeners. Y'all have been great, man. I really appreciate y'all.